Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Dumbass class for another Rogue Trader session with my players, as always. Stop with the testicles, the countdankulas, and the money making. We're here in Rogue Trader in furry territory. So,
wasn't testicles very central? I'm sorry.
Kind of, but you know, most of them are clothed. It's just the portraits are what they are. You know, I'm not paying an artist to draw furry shit for me. That's just too many steps into degeneracy that I don't want to take. So, in the last episode, our group had, from my best recollection, come out of the meeting with the elder. After discussing the vision that they had seen and, you know, basically asking a lot of questions. One of our party has offered to instruct the apprentice, Holly, more on the Imperium, its creed, and psychic knowledge, which is a side quest that can be completed when you have downtime with the furries. After having your questions, asking your questions and having them answered, you left and filled in your degenerate friend Kalindra, who had noticed that there are divides between the furry clans. That's pretty much as far as we got. As the group have come together, they can see that the Fox clan is as welcoming as ever. Thomas does look very pleased to see you. He's almost clapping his hands together.
Should we break it to him that he's in shit?
You can break it to him that you got in shit. You got him in shit.
Oh, well, I didn't know.
I still need him to break into their garage. So.
Oh boy.
So yeah, we pretty much jump straight back into it. As you can see, Muttermouth and his wife are sat preparing yet more foods, more victuals. Thomas is sat with a number of but they are basically small storage crates. And he has a couple in front of him, along with a number of toolboxes that seem to be placed at the sides. Whatever he was tinkering with, he puts down as you all come together, and he's kind of he's put his hands together, almost exciting. You know, you weren't ordered to be killed, so secrets can be told. Yes.
Didn't know it was Skaven.
Yeah, Fox Skaven. Both very cunning.
I suppose. Alright. I'm going to take a seat for now, because Cray, you wanted to talk to him, didn't you?
I mean, sure. No one else have anything to say before me?
Well, if Abby wants to confess what happened, maybe.
What do you mean, confess?
Well, who got him in trouble? Who decided to speak?
He decided to break grand rules.
No one would have fucking known.
Well, Holly knows. So, you know.
Yes, but the old blind lady, who's not blind like you, didn't know.
Well, she said she's going to hold off on punishing him, so maybe we can turn it around.
Or maybe she's just saying that so we don't know she's going to punish him.
Just saying that so we'd leave, and then she goes, right, now how do I do it?
Now, let's go shank a bitch.
Where's my stabby knife? And my seeing dog?
No, my seeing human.
But at least we got some information out of it.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay, so who wants to talk to Thomas?
I do.
Good talk.
I mean,
Go ahead.
So I approach Thomas. Is he busy with something?
No. When he saw you all come out and the order, was not to kill you all, he put down his tinkering toy and was, excitedly waiting your turn.
So you're a trader, yes?
I'm not trade for profit, no. We can barter, yes.
I see. What do you have available?
He shrugs. What you have?
I mean, do you have any giant metal boxes that move around? Or have wheels?
You mean vehicle? Yes. No.
Do you think you could acquire some?
Would be very long journey and very dangerous. But me nowhere there are some vehicles, yes, but not functioning.
Not function. Do you have drawings of them?
He thinks to himself for a long time. Think there were diagrams in base, yes, but not drawings, no. On computers there. No.
I don't suppose you have one of those diagrams.
Cognate. We not have here, no. Only at main fortress in north.
I see. I don't suppose that's where the vehicles also are.
Yes, that's correct. In north, there's very little food for us to gather, so we only have small garrisons there. And we send food up when harvest time is done. But here, he kind of motions around. Here, harvest time can be when food is ready.
I see. I just don't suppose you could bring some helpers along next time you go out north to deliver the food.
We not need helpers, no. And it's forbidden for anyone who is not vetted to go past our defenses. If you impress Holly, maybe she changes rules. But for now, Harmony Elder's rules still in force.
I don't suppose you know how to impress Holly.
It's hard to say. Elder's clan not spend much time on own with Fetids. Stay with own clans, stay with Elder. Me not know what Holly likes, but me think she thinks of Fetids as whole community to be better off than what we are now. Harmony is of old way. Survive at all cost, not thrive.
I think we can work something out.
Say, we also met some other humans, right? The ones from the Ecclesiarchy.
I know of them, yes, and Fetids met them long time ago.
See, I don't suppose you know how they came at these long ago meetings. These meetings from long ago.
From what we have written, at the very least, all contact with Ecclesiarchy was through Rogue Traders faction. They not speak directly to Fetids as equals. Some preachers come and tell of God Emperor's work and words and deeds, but many not like Fetids. Think we mutants, so relationships not so good. Nowadays, we don't know.
Abby will tilt her head and say, "You haven't met them, but you've traded with them, haven't you?"
Depend on definition of trade. Me never speak to anyone from the ecclesiastical group.
But you left things and they left things for you.
If Fetid leave things, and when Fetid come back to claim things, he find other things there of equal value, then can you really call that trading if Fetid not ask precisely for item?
The Abbey will smile at him and say, "You're crafty. Although I think your elder might be onto it. It's not Holly's fault, it's mine for mentioning it. It's a rumor we heard."
He shrugs. Not first time elder. Not happy with me. I always take calculated risks. Never walk too far off my thin line, as she say.
Oh, we lost the Jim.
Yep, Jim's gone.
Sadness, we've lost the degenerate.
Offline as well, so that's always a good sign.
Hopefully his power distributor, whatever it is, hasn't blown up again. It's Brazil, you never know. It's happened once, it could happen again.
It happens once, we'll never let it live down again.
Nope.
Oh, okay. So he doesn't seem to be fazed by.
Not really.
Okay, fair enough.
That's good.
He hasn't, so to clarify, he hasn't done anything for personal greed. Everything he's done has been to help the community, so he walks that grey line really, really well. He's had many years to perfect it.
Smart little cookie. Okay.
Say, if we were interested to meet with the Ecclesiarchy, would you be able to show us the place where you leave your things?
Yes, that's possible. It on outside of forest. There's small logging camp there, but they not do logging. So when they come, they have maybe preacher with them. But once they've set up, preacher left. Only normal humans remained. When they go to sleep, me take tools. Leave behind medicinal plants that are rare for them to find. They wake up, someone take medical herbs away, more tools come back. Next time I take other things and leave medical herbs.
So, out of character, he's the furry version of the Tooth Fairy.
Kind of.
Fairy.
Kind of. Well, they have store tent, and I take what need from their stores and leave medical supplies. And they not enter forest.
How did you find out about this logging camp?
So you'll see my clan is most adaptable. Can do many tasks very well. Not all of us, but most. And
Who did he say? Who did he look at when he said not all of us?
Buttermouth. There's a few things Buttermouth's not quite as capable of doing as some of the others. He excels in other areas, however. But
He excels being rescued by the PCs. Apologies.
Also excels at rescuing the PCs in our need of fucking survival rules. Hey Jim, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello, sorry. Internet connection issues.
No Transformer explosion?
No. It's not green.
I can't remember what Thomas was talking about. Jim
The
Logging camp at
cabin.
the edge of the forest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I asked him, how did he find it?
Because
How did he discover it?
so yeah, and he motions, he gestures round. So 4 numbers. If you think for every token I put down, there's at least another one. There are females of each group. So there's at least another one, if not 2. So this camp is quite large in number. The Fox clan makes up one of the largest numbers. My clan has always been more prevalent. So there are more of us to do more things. So if we find something, maybe it come to me first sometimes.
Say, Thomas, you know your fortress at the north. Do you know of any other such locations, maybe smaller, but from the same people?
I know there are others, yes, but let it not have maps. We were told where to go for our fortress, but it's not on map, and they're not maps in fortress for hidden facilities. We only have some ruins, like this place. Before we come here, we reclaim. It was Hunter's Lodge from long before.
Is that why there's a las cannon on the fucking roof? Out of character, of course.
I presume then that the cannon at that roof then also comes from the fortress. Or did it come?
No, the cannon's always been here.
Yeah.
Can I scrutiny him?
Sure.
Albie, this was a hunting world. Remember? This is literally a massive. This was literally a massive world that was turned into a hunting exhibit.
Wait,
and there's lots of very
question.
dangerous animals.
Hang on. What does the building look like where the elder resides? Does it look like fitted made, or does it look like?
No, it's ancient. No, it's ancient. It's
Okay.
like the ruins and the building at Izmir. It is far older than anything else on this world. It's just with the trees here, these buildings haven't been degraded from the wind as much. The rain does obviously do a number on it over millennia, but these buildings have been maintained far better than the ones in Izmir as well.
Okay. No, for some reason I had it in my head that it was all fitted building, so...
No, as so far you haven't seen any proper construction from any group. The Fetits all have tents, Bedouin style tents out here. But like the forge area down here, blacksmiths area, sorry, the stream right down here. That's again ancient. And you can't. Some of you would get the idea. You could see this being a place for some noble to come and have their sword sharpened to go out hunting and so on and so forth. At least maybe Kalindra and Heinrich would get that sense. Hey, the Drukari like to hunt dangerous creatures, and so do nobles. Yeah.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Ah,
Will we?
you left just when I was brought you up and everything. No.
Yeah, sorry. I had to check if some.
This is true. This is true. So yeah, the tower and everything is all archaeotech or archaeo construction.
Right.
Anything else you'd like to ask Thomas?
Not really, I think.
Conversation is flatlining. Someone quickly pump. You have died.
I'm trying to think of what my next move would be. I know what I want to do. I also know it's not a smart move, and I know my character knows it's not a smart move.
I'll be no.
I mean, it depends. If you're going to put a lasgun to his head and say, give me all your technology, then yeah, that's probably not a smart move. But if you're just going to ask him, something, then that's probably going to be okay. You are an affront to the Omnisci. You must die. Probably not going to go down too well.
If only I could trace. Hang on a second. I probably should have known it, but were there any signs of Men of Iron in any of the notes? Or similar stuff?
So, you know that the first calamity that befell this world was the Men of Iron. But then it was also some weird warp. Where basically this world kind of got plunged into the warp. Before the planet-wide Geller Shield activated. Or Archaeotech Geller Shield, so it works a little bit differently. Activated and then protected it.
I know I've had a bad idea which probably would label me heretic. By every ordo of the Mechanicus.
You did also see twisted metal monstrosities attacking in the battle from the Fetid's memory transference. But you couldn't really make them out. Were they just really shitty servitors or robots, as in just the crappy controlled ones, or were they actually Men of Iron that were twisted and had bits added to them? You don't know. You can speculate, though.
I see. Trying to get myself an Iron Man army.
Diving full on to
Oh,
he's gonna go to the Eye of Terror next.
Out of character, I mean, you know how that goes down in 40k, right?
Yes, I do.
Like, the moment any AI gets a whiff of chaos, it's going to have the logical conclusion of, oh, the only way to get rid of that is to kill all sentient life in the universe. Well, fuck.
See, now, I wish that were fucking true. I wish it was. But the Tau have already fucking proven that it's not true. Oh, yeah, they're fucking swordfish things.
The Tau aren't psychically attuned enough for it to affect them yet.
Well, no, because it's their AI.
Though AI isn't like the DOAD AI.
It is. Like, so what the
fuck for garbage writing is that?
For one of their, is it the stealth suit, or is one of their battle suits? It has an AI, which, it even says in the fluff, the pilots get so attached to the AI from talking to it, that they see it as a person, as a friend. They build a connection to it. And you're like, well, that's pretty fucking advanced. You know?
I would argue that AI thinks the messy shit.
That's between the pilot and the AI. It's not the AI itself.
Aren't the market drones also AI piloted?
So you can get away with basic AI because the Mechanicus use basic AI. You use basic AI in lots of different functions. It's when they become advanced that it really becomes. Because remember, the Mechanicus still use the. God damn it! What's the name of the robot that they use? The Castellan? Yeah, it's the Castellan. But
yeah, the Castellan uses basically a punch card system. It's not like full on AI.
It's a very basic AI, so that's perfectly fine. It's an AI that learns and grows. that's when it becomes a true abominable AI that must be destroyed and you're a heretic. And that's what the Iron Men are. Because they learn from their losses. Every time one is destroyed, the information is passed through, and right, how do we overcome this? Right, we do this. So that's why they're, heretical. But anyway, what was your question to little old Thomas here?
So you don't know of any other small spots where you occasionally go looking for such tech that aren't forbidden?
There is rumored to be place down. He looks up at the sky. Southeast from here? No. Southeast from Rogue Trader's Monument. There you might find Imperial buildings. Yes. There's down south. Old city. Fort destroyed long, long ago. But somehow it survived. Much old tech there, but very, very, very dangerous. They ones who betray all of us.
Think you could arrange another meeting with the elders for us?
What for?
To get into your fortress. Take a look at the vehicles.
It's a little early for that, if we're completely honest.
Well, it's going to take 6 weeks or so before harvest is complete. And it's a long way to go and dangerous. So no chance we go before 6 weeks. We must gather fish from village and salt and collect grains and so on. Much work will need to be done. Seeing as the conversation is dying down, he's going to do something that I kind of expected.
I would ask the group, if we get a moment of peace and quiet. So, what do you people want to do next? See if we can get into their fortress or try and establish contact with the ECclesiarchy. Or first make contact with the ECclesiarchy, then go to the fortress. Or do something else entirely.
He did say it was going to take 6 weeks until their harvest is done, and it's going to be a difficult and dangerous trek. They might have to just come back then.
Indeed. Fair point.
I did promise the apprentice that I would teach her about the warp and psychos.
I see.
So we should spend some time here. But it's 6 weeks. We can probably try and meet with the ECclesiarchy and return. What do you think, Heinrich?
Fuck's I muted myself again. Personally, while I would love to see the fortress, because it's going to be a store of architect and everything else, I can't help but see it going to be a form of aggression if we just kind of push ourselves onto it. At the moment, it's still fairly early. We've literally had a conversation with the elder. We are in the good graces of only one of these tribes, did I remind you, and that is only for 3/4 of our group. We could do with not only making a few more friends, we could do with gearing up a little bit better. Whether we assist these tribes, we could go back and help the degenerates, or we carry on and find our own thing. We still have our base. We still have everything else there as well. We still need to actually make medical supplies. We've also talked to Thomas about generating more, so long as he can actually give us the material, acquire us the materials. We have quite a lot to do. Jumping straight into going to this fortress, both north and south, is going to be extremely dangerous.
Out of character, I think we might get, more respect from Holly if Abby talks to her.
Yeah. Out of character, I'm just like, the amount of time this has mentioned it, I'm sure the fucking old lady is gonna die soon enough. So getting in the good graces of Holly is going to fucking help.
Someone with medicine, raw medicine.
Right? You've actually seen her.
You can have a +20 if you roll medicine to medically assign a predetermined expiry date.
It has been hinted at quite a lot, this. It wasn't particularly subtle.
Well,
Hang on.
You get the idea that she's fading.
Did roll?
No, it seems Heinrich is dribbling at the moment.
I don't have medicine.
Oh, sorry, not Heinrich, Cray. Cray is dribbling at the moment.
Cray is here.
Oh, Medicaid
Yeah,
+20, please.
Do you have Medicaid? I thought you had Medicaid.
I do.
And Nuffle says... Cray's gonna be like, no, she'll live for another 100 years. Cray, you're pretty sure in about 3 weeks she's gonna be dead.
She'll be dead in at most 3 weeks.
Don't say it out loud, for fuck's sake, dude.
Thomas just kind of shrugs.
No, do say out loud. Cause panic.
They all fucking look at you like, bitch, what the fuck? You calculated it to the day.
Elder, very old.
I'm disappointed in his lack of tact.
I'm
But
not,
also,
I'm
giggling
not
to myself.
supposed to have tact.
You get attacked if you keep it up.
And he got a 14, so he knows what you're on about. Like, I understand.
Was it a 14?
Oh, it's a GM roll. Yeah, 14.
Oh, okay.
So, as you've kind of been, huddling, having a little discussion in character and out of character, you would notice, Cray, that as you turn back around to look at Thomas, he has got a couple of the crates open. He has on the crate in front of him of 3 las guns, salvaged las guns. and one on his lap. He has the one on his lap open, the case.
I see.
Take a look. Take a look, please.
He opens up another one of the cases. He doesn't say anything, but you can tell from his hands that he's being very gentle and very kind of respectful of the clasps that hold the plastic case on, and he's able to remove them, open it up, have a look inside. He picks up the one he's just opened off the crate in front of him and sniffs the components. Mutters to himself, removes a couple of components. Picks up the gun from his lap, sniffs that, places one of the two components he removed from the previous gun on a nearby crate and replaces one of the components. Opens up another gun, sniffs the insides, mutters to himself again and, twitches his head, ears moving and all this shit. Takes out a different component and replaces it with the other las gun that he has on his lap. Takes out the closest 3 lenses to the laser, removes those 3, puts the 3 from the barrel, the furthest end of the barrel, and replaces them, and then takes 3 lenses from one of the other las guns that he has open and puts them in. Whilst you guys are talking and all this is going on, this is what he's been doing. And then he sniffs the las gun on his lap again, looks happy with himself, closes it all up, and puts it to one side.
I think he's trying to tell you something.
I'm pretty sure he's trying to tell you something.
He takes out another las gun and he salvaged las gun. He proceeds to continue doing what he's doing, and then he puts a las gun back to one side. Now he has 2 las guns and has sacrificed 6 salvaged las guns.
I see. Outsider, I have no fucking clue what the message is supposed to be. I know there's a message, but I can't figure it out.
He takes 4 salvaged las guns. He moves some components around. He puts a las gun to one side and moves all the junked components into.
Yes. What, Albie? What is he doing to the las guns?
He's trying to improve their thingy magic. Oh, how's called in
He's turning a salvaged las gun.
Level.
He's turning 4 salvaged las guns into 1 las gun. Because las guns are modular. They're the most mass-produced weapon in the Imperium, pretty much.
Outside of fucking combat knives, which are basically kitchen knives with a nicer handle.
Yeah, pretty much. The only way you could do that is if it was a modular weapon. If component parts were easy to be replaced and taken out, and like you could have done this at any time, dude. It's just you never said.
The Abbey will grab the last gun from her back and just, lay it close to Thomas.
He looks down at your salvaged las gun, Abby, and I only have 2 more salvaged ones. I need another.
Abby looks very conspiratorially, which you can't see because she wears a blindfold to Cray.
Can I figure out if I could improve it? If I could do it better than him?
So all he's doing is swapping out parts. You could easily do that. To make the weapon better than a normal lasgun.
I mean, with less salvaged.
Yeah, you could turn your salvaged lasguns into a normal lasgun just by swapping out components. Yeah.
But could I do it with less salvage guns, or is that not possible? Because we only have like 4 total.
I have one too, so I can throw that in the mix. I don't really use it.
So for him, he's doing it as an NPC. That's how many it takes. For you, if you get enough degrees of success, then yes, you could. So it would work on every 3 degrees of success you get, you'd be able to knock a lasgun off the recycling block, as it were. But it is an armorer test. Armorer or tech use, you can use either for this. But it's with a plus 20 to the test, because it's not difficult. Now, as a tech priest, of course, there will be more dogma that's applied to your section, and even for a guardsman, you wouldn't just open up the case. You would say, a little prayer to the machine spirit for, peeking at the insides. So, if you want to have a go, then you can.
I will.
I have a spare lab.
Consider it a free lesson, without it being an actual lesson. I pull out. Wait, hang on. Do I have 4 lasguns? Can't be.
I think you do have 4.
I have 1, Heinrich has 1, and I'm not sure how many Cray has. But it's more than 2.
I have 4 lasguns.
You killed a lot of them. there are a lot of guys with lasguns there.
I have 4 lasguns, so that's 6 lasguns total.
I mean, you can easily get at least 1 fully functioning lasgun out of what you have. But if you get enough degrees of success, then you'll save a salvaged lasgun from the pack.
Is there a difference between armor or tech use and result?
No. Genuinely, you use armorer for modifications. This isn't a modification. You are literally doing because it's rogue trader. You might have had 2 ticks in armorer and 1 tick in tech use, or the other way around. So
I'll use tech use plus 20, right?
Yep, that is correct. Okay, you can reroll if you want, but you have succeeded. It's just, you've used up 4 salvaged lasguns to get 1 lasgun.
And it's a 99.
99 and it's still 0.7.
I mean, I have an 87 tech use.
Would you like to reroll?
You got a fail point at the start of the session. You may as well, my dude.
I kinda don't want to, but on the other hand,
what are you going to use those fate points for?
Yeah, and also, I just want to see how silly these degrees of success can get.
I've actually managed to regen all of my fate points since we've been here, by the way.
Yeah, nothing not with me today.
Okay, so sadly, you are a degree off.
Fuck you.
Nope, fuck you.
Sadly, you are a degree off. See, if you hadn't have done that, you would. The next one would have been a good one. However, you do end up with a lasgun.
Have you seen the 4 after that?
Yeah, I did see them. Like, yeah. But who knows? Maybe your next 5 will be horrendous. So you have ended up with the standard lasgun from the Rogue Trader book, which is, I don't believe it actually has a name. Now you do still have the same clip capacity. You have still got all the clips, so you've got four clips. Oh, sorry, 4 magazines. And the weapon has gone to its basic profile, being a basic 100 meters, a standard or 3-shot burst. It now does a 1d10 plus 3 energy, and is reliable.
Mm-hmm.
So as Cray is doing this, the narrator in the sky drops a stone on Heinrich's head. Only a little stone. Maybe a bird is flying over and it's dropped some sort of crustacean.
Was that what we just heard fly over?
Maybe.
Oh.
Just something smacks you in the side of the head, Heinrich. You're like, what the fuck? You look up and maybe it's a shell, or maybe it's a nut of some description. As you kick it over, you see that it almost looks like a little skull's head. Almost just like
what?
in how humans see faces in objects. It's not actually, it's just a nut, it seems, but as you look at it, you see there's a skull. You're like, huh, what is that meant to remind me about? A skull. What do I have that has a skull on it?
Servo skull? Servo spotter skull?
Ta-da!
I suppose I've no real reason to believe that they can
Can I roll a perception to see if I see it? Or am I busy bragging?
No. So for one,
it's still in my bag.
This is why this is whilst you're doing your bits of the lasgun, and also it's in his bag. You haven't seen it all this time, so there'd be no reason for you to be like, oh,
fucking heavy, isn't it?
No, not really. I don't think so.
Actually, I have it down at 0 weight at the moment, so that's probably wrong.
Well, I don't think it's meant to be carried, but it is just a servo skull with legs. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's probably the weight of a gun would best.
Probably like a fully loaded shotgun or some shit, like a fucking assault shotgun.
Maybe 7 kilos to 9 kilos, somewhere around there. The Stormbolt is 9 kilos.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. So it's noticeable, but not unpleasant to carry.
Stormbolt is 9 kilos. Well. Okay.
One with legs is.
Okay, so yeah, I guess because they've been around Archaeotech quite a bit. I'll simply ask that. So you've seen a lot of what we would know as Archaeotech devices, such. Have you ever seen anything such as a? I don't even know if they had servo skulls back then. I just kind of describe like a servo skull to him. I'm not showing it yet.
There were many pets on World, yes. Many creatures and familiars and we have records of many different followers, maybe. One design say it's like, as you've described, like a skull with legs and little pincy servo arms and shit. One is like that, yes.
All right. And have you ever seen one in person before, or seen the any plans or specifications for? Or I wouldn't know. I wouldn't call them plans or specifications, would I? Have you ever seen how to fix them? Have you got the knowledge of them in any way?
Unlike some of my clan, we were designed to do many tasks, but not to be trained, to be felt. I not have plans for how to fix lasguns. I know how to fix lasguns. But yes, I have seen once before when I was last at Fortress. There are 17 of them that guard reactor room.
Okay.
This reactor room, where was this?
This is at Fortress, deep underground. Very dangerous to be there because of radiation.
Carnadine looks at his metal bits.
Thomas looks at your metal bits. Maybe
I
not
look
for
at my
you so
backpack.
much.
Thinking.
Okay, so I'll ask then. Would you mind taking a look at this then, and heave heave the servo skull out of my fucking pack?
So the legs are kind of, if you see a spider that's been dropped in water and how they shrivel up onto their backs, that's kind of how the servo spider has kind of ended its active time. So it's quite compact as you hoik it out and place it down. Cray, you can roll the Archaeotech. However, Heinrich has kind of already mentioned its Archaeotech, and Thomas has said that he's seen them at the fortress, which you know is Archaeotech. So yeah.
This whole planet is fucking archaeotech. We're
Kind
going
of,
to be billionaires when we get out of here.
pretty much. So yes, Cray, this is definitely Archaeotech. It is something that Cray, do you want to have seen one of these before, or do you want to have read about them before?
I think I should have read about it.
Sure. So you have read about Magosses who have, got to their highest rank that they can get, like Forge World Magosses on Mars and in other places, who have, acquired one of these very rare devices to act as they're familiar. They're not nearly as efficient as their more modern day hover skulls, but because of the prestige of them, they would. You can imagine a lot of magi throughout the Imperium would pay a hefty price for one of these, or just having one of these would give you a better relationship with when dealing with the magi. You'll get a +5 when talking to other Adeptus Mechanicus if they can see this device. However, Thomas looks at it, and one problem though, these need to be trained. They are designed not to be friendly to owner to begin with. If I fix it, it will reactivate. And then you will need to successfully train it.
Have you trained one of these before? Or?
No. Ones at Fortress are different. They were programmed to be guardians. not like this one. This one would have been programmed to act like animal. So it is designed to follow master. But what fun is there in training pets that is easy?
Okay. Well, can you at least take a look at it
Ratings
up until the
of-
point of it can be reactivated?
I can look at the very least. He goes over to the skull. Rather than being a human and picking the device up, it does weigh a decent amount. But he goes on all fours, like he drops down, which is like you're kind of like, huh, what the fuck? As he almost goes into a squatted position, and he starts sniffing the device. I not smell burnt servos. No smell of burnt interior.
Can I take a look at it?
Sure. You can give me a tech use test. No, we'll do it as a tech use test. I would have in Dark Heresy. I would have asked for it to be done with perception. You can't do that in Rogue Trader. So we'll just go with a tech use. You are just looking at the outside of it. So unfortunately, I'll have to give you a -20.
I mean, if I can and Heinrich doesn't stop me, I would try and open it up too.
So the issue is when you so if you go to roll it on its, because obviously normally with a servo skull you can pick up the skull and look at the inside. You turn it round and you can see the propulsion system, you can see this, that and the other. With this one, because it's a spider skull, its construction is very different. So when you like roll it over onto the skull side, so its legs are pointing up at you, it's a very different beast to get inside of. Like you actually have to undo loads of little screws and then open it up and peer inside.
For fuck's sake, have they never heard of the right of to repair build?
Like, yeah, this is the overcompl. On Toy Story, the toys that Sid plays with, there's that Meccano doll's head monstrosity thing. That's kind of what this is like.
Yeah, the spider thing.
Yeah, that's kind. Think of like that when you picture this, and yeah, very very similar. So all the mechanical parts, and again, when you look at the legs, Cray, you're really like, they are the most intricate and beautiful, like micro servo arm that you've ever seen. They are absolute works of art. They are beaten and scuffed, and they're not in the best of condition. But it's like 10,000, 20,000 years. No, sorry, 20,000 years old. It's been kept in a shed. So.
My deck roll.
Okay, so you are able to slowly undo some of the screws, and you open up inside just enough. You don't want to take apart all the legs, so you just take apart one or two so that you have a reference with the others next to it, and you're okay. Peer inside, and you don't see any scorching, anything. That it doesn't look as if, and again, although you're a bit loathed to do it, you take a sniff of the inside, and you too do not smell the smell of like burnt out electrics. So you have to kind of agree with Thomas's assessment that no, the electronics seem to be good. You don't see anything wrong.
Can I plug it in and power it somehow?
I don't. So I did some more research into this. It's actually an upgrade you need to be able to charge things. So, unfortunately, Cray, I don't think you have that cybernetic upgrade. So you're not actually able to charge things. I believe it's the capacitor. I believe you actually.
Capacitor.
No, I don't think it is actually part of the Mechanicus implants. unless it was a
You have the electro inductors.
yeah, you need the capacitors, because I was looking into this because I was seeing about Waldo's power armor if you'd got it, and yeah, it turns out the standard Mechanicus can't charge shit until you get this upgrade. But I have, don't worry, I will make certain things available to you at one point.
I mean, give me 5k XP and I'll be happy.
You'll get your serverization. Don't worry. You'll come in.
Well, it
much
depends
larger
on whether that's a talent or
No, it's
something
actually-
you'd actually have to get.
In Rogue Trader, all cyberware that you need to get are also accompanied by talent. So basically,
No,
no, so
if you
at
are an
levels-
explorator, you can get talents like, for example, Luminant Shock, which basically is supposed to be an augmatic, but you know, you're supposed to be tinkering with yourself.
Yeah, for this one, unless it's changed, and don't get me wrong, it is possible that Rogue Trader is different from that. Like, have a look at the rules for your Tech Priest, see if it says in there that you can charge these. Because in Rogue Trader and Dark Heresy, it definitely says that you need this upgrade to be able to do it.
what is the specific thing you're looking for? Because what I have on my inductors is they can be used to emit or siphon power in many ways. That's all it says on the inductors. Not having taken a look at the capacitors yet.
Yeah, but isn't that just transferring power from one place to another?
Yeah, I mean, the power storage units would be my potential coil.
Because I know.
I'll have a look at it.
So I can tell you the exact cybernetic piece at the end of the episode, because I can just look at gear sheet and go, here it is. That's the one, and there's the rule that tells you what you can charge for what toughness test. Like a las gun pack, it's like a +30 toughness test. You know, if you do it, I think you get 1 degree of fatigue, and then there's an ability to meditate to get rid of fatigue. So there's a way of getting around it. I don't know exact rules for Rogue Trader. I'm just going off of the Dark Heresy for this one. But have a look. If it does change, then we'll do that differently. But Thomas basically looks at you, and I think it just needs to be charged. It will need to be charged every week or so. Maybe why this one stopped working, running out of power, so it go into sleep mode. But it's not dangerous when not trained. You're just feral. Kitty, you are muted. You did not know. Since when did the God Emperor go rainbow style? I don't know if I like this. You should always be golden. And isn't gold meant to have all the colours in anyway?
That's right.
Is it?
I mean, it depends. Are we talking paint or are we talking emitted lights?
It'd have to be paints, I guess, because that's close to gold, isn't it? It's not really an admitted.
Paint, it would be black.
Oh, no.
Sorry about that. I got sidetracked with something else on the server there. But if it just each charged every
No. So it
basically every week.
once it's charged, it will become feral if you don't train it.
Yeah.
So, and he can tell you roughly what the procedure is because he's seen like the. So he'll explain that he's seen video clips or pick clips of like what the world used to be like. What, you know, come to this world and you can have, you know, these kind of companions to follow you around, and you can hunt these creatures and this, that, and the other. A little bit like an MMORPG, only in real life. Much wasted time. Much wasted.
Oh boy, okay. I wonder how China makes money off it, but okay.
And it is pay to win as well, because you pay for the best equipment and you win.
Yeah.
Isn't that like the hell anyway?
Out of character,
so-
speaking of paying, we should probably, you know, have a talk with that trader down there.
What?
There's
Yeah.
a trader in front of the Elder's house.
Oh yeah.
He's technically so he's not technically a trader, he's a quartermaster. So he knows what the Fetits have in excess, what they're willing to barter for. Thomas is just a crafty bastard who, you know, he's the technical side. He's meant to just, you know, get things ready and give them back to the community so that they can be handed out and used. He's not meant to do trading directly.
Okay.
And you could trade things to the Fetits to get like their medical herbs, for example. Thomas was trying to like get at, for them to get more high grade medicine, they have to go all the way back to their fortress. Whereas you guys have one much closer to home, and they basically have all the raw ingredients you would need to create.
Did we actually organize with him last time about getting the ingredients, or do we still need to make that trade, quote unquote?
You still need to make that barter. Yeah.
Okay. So first things first, if he can give me the details of the stuff I need to be able to do to train this, as he's seen like some of the vid captures and shit, I'll take it into consideration. It's more a case of if I'm going to need this very specific skill, if I need like animal handling or some shit to actually train this, it's going to be a while before I can even do it, or before...
You do need animal handling, and I will let you get it as an advanced skill for 300 if you really want to have, and that goes for Heinrich. If you don't want it, you can pass it off to anyone else. If they really want a pet, then, you know,
it's literally a status symbol. I want it.
But yeah, you can pick it up for 300, and essentially you're going to spend the afternoon with Thomas as he explains everything.
Let me take a look at the Rogue Traders thing real quick. Just to see. I might get an extra rank or something. Where is character creation? There we go. Rogue Trader, page 40. Does not look like I get Rogue Trader. Does not look like I get animal handling at all. Nope. Okay, if I have to buy an advanced skill of 300, I probably will. What ability does it use? Where even is animal handling?
I believe it is one in there. It might be that it's one you have to
Might
add.
be a trade skill.
Yeah, I believe it is a trade skill.
Oh, it's called wrangling.
Oh, that's it.
Wrangling.
Wrangling.
Okay.
That's
All
it. It's
right,
the
hang
bottom
on.
one. Yeah, it's the bottom one on the advanced lists.
Ah, so there's an advanced skill as well. Okay.
Yeah, so it's
Wrangling
intelligence.
uses intelligence. Oh boy. Oh, hang on. Actually, fucking Heinrich's actually kind of smart. All right. Yeah, that's right. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4
For
skills.
fuck's sake. I'm so dumb. You know that deck use roll I made for salvaging? I had a +10 on that.
Oh boy.
I feel dumb. I'll now go stand in the corner of shame.
You do not get the wrangle. I also do not actually get wrangle at all. All right, I'll have to buy a wrangle. For 300, you said?
Yes. So I will tell you now. Thomas will. Technically, he can charge it, but it would take a long time. Or you can take it back to your facility and charge it there.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be, especially at the facility where we have access to a Medicaid bed and shit like that, just in case shit goes haywire and I accidentally piss it off and it shoots me and I get critical in the stomach or something again.
Well, you've got a working generator. So, essentially, Thomas will show you
if
that
you
he has...
want.
Yep, go ahead, Jim.
No. If you want, I do have Wrangling and I can get it to +10. But
Yes, but then it'll be your servo skull, and I don't want to give it to you. A servo skull is a lovely, nice companion. I don't want to make it a fucking degen by secondhand degeneracy. Like sticking a
wouldn't it
fucking
be fun?
dildo to its roof and like let it wiggle around the place.
Yes, I'll attach the dildo to it, and then it can jump into pictures.
You'll think it's a dildo, but it'll actually be Sakun penises. She took her vengeance. She took her vengeance.
I didn't know there was. I didn't know bad dragon.
Actually, no, that's actually a good idea. I could do that. Come on, give it to me.
See?
I'm definitely not giving you the fucking servo skull now.
I don't think you want to go anywhere near Sakoons.
I don't.
If you want to actually go out and get this,
carcass.
if you want to show the dedication, if you go out there and get 10 Sakoon wangs, I might consider it, but you have to do it by yourself.
Oh, you don't know what you just you don't know what you just did, dude.
Okay, go
Next
get 10
time I kill 10 seconds on my own. You didn't give it a time limit, and there's no backsies now.
Mark it in the ledger. A quest has been
You
given.
can mark it in a ledger all you want. All I said is I might consider it.
Thomas brings out, like, essentially it's a hand dynamo, so he can create some power, enough to basically test things to make sure that they're not broken. He was like, he could, help you charge it, but unless they had turned their generator on, they can't really provide juice like that. However, he's gonna be nice, and just at least let you know the weapons that the guards are using use ammo. They have a fabricator. Because ammo does go off eventually, they have to resupply every now and then. They do have ammo that you could barter for. So if the trader tries to tell you that they don't have these things, he's like, yes, we do. Just barter hard.
God. All right. Oh, hang on. Wait, they're weapons. What even are their weapons? Can I ever figure that out?
They're a type of rifle. Yeah, they're
Okay.
So technically, I wasn't gonna have the bore size be the same. I was going to be an absolute bastard and have you have to have all your weapons drilled out. But I can't be fucked with that. So amazingly, all the way back in the past, they used the exact same caliber rounds as what you're using now.
I mean, it's not that strange as it might sound. But you will
It kind of
but you
is,
will see.
Albie. It really kind of is.
What you will see happening is that people will use different kinds of propellant. So what will happen is the bullet will fit, but if you fire it, you blow your gun up in your face.
See, you know, fortunately, it is a game. I don't want it to be too realistic and bullshitty. So yeah, we're gonna world of imagination.
It's not bullshit if it's reality.
Yeah, and this isn't. So you are able to buy ammo from the Fetids, or at least he's letting you know that they have ammo and that you could barter it. Or barter it.
To know.
So, would you be able to put in a good word with your quartermaster over there for us?
No, sorry, that's not how it works. His clan vested appraising. They know what something is worth and how much it should be sold for. Not so good on urgency of what we need, though. So, if you find something different and you show me if I think we really need item, then I can weigh in.
Speaking of needing item, you mentioned, or no, you may have implied at some point in the past, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, that you have access to some medicinal herbs and spices and stuff.
You saw me working, yes, so yes, you would know.
Yes. I saw you working, and I'm intrigued. And as we're now friends of the clan, somewhat, kinda, at least friends with Muttermouth, I was wondering if we could trade something for a small portion, just to try a small experiment. And of course, we can give you a return on what you provide. Should it be a success, or we will treat it an equal value to it.
So what I can do is show you what we have. His clan, Joseph, he's the one who decides what's what. So you have to barter with him. If you not have things he wants, if you get small amount of medicinal items, and then you come back with advanced items, he will trade you more for the advanced items. That's how his mind works.
Yeah. Wait, say that again?
So basically, if you go up to him and to Joseph, and you don't have anything he really wants, where if you trade enough to get 1 or 2 helpings of medicinal herbs, and you go away, turn that into advanced medicine, and then trade with him herbs for advanced medicine, he'll give you a lot more herbs for the advanced medicine, and then you can build up. It's basically, there's nothing Thomas can say to him to give you a better price or a better deal. He's very, when he sees something, he knows the price and knows what it's worth and knows how much to sell it for, kind of a deal.
Okay. I'll make a note. I need to talk to Joseph then about acquiring some herbs. Cray, I'm going to need your expertise on that. You actually have Medicaid.
Yes, how can I?
So if we can gather up some herbs that would make a small amount of
Oh no, so
a form of
you
medicine.
could trade for those herbs. It's just you have to go up to Joseph and show him what you have to see what he wants to trade for.
Okay.
Because they don't accept thrones here. They don't accept money.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is kind
Fucking backwaters.
this is kind of a
Well, they have.
What's the?
Yeah, well, it makes sense because they have no monetary equivalence. There's no. Everything's done for the tribe anyway. They don't really trade with outsiders. It's all within. It's all an internal community.
And whilst they're in the fortress, everything was rationed. Everyone was given their fair share for. So their culture didn't really utilize money. But
we need to introduce these people to capitalism.
Capitalism.
They
I'm the emperor.
Honest. They are honest to a degree. They're not going to completely screw you over because you're a friend of the community, but that's where the barter commerce skill comes in, you know.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Unlike a trader on an imperial station, they're not going to rinse you for every degree of success. You know, some things you may pay a bit more for, some things you may get a bit better price on next time when you trade with them.
Okay. Should I guess I'll try that now. If Cray, you want to come with me, it's more a case of then you can actually inspect the goods and make sure they're it's just that little double precaution of one showing I'm an actual trader outside of here, the site, and two to actually inspect the merchandise to make sure it is good.
Oh, I'll come along as well.
Okay. So
maybe they have something I need.
Walk my happy little ass over. I will, if Joseph turns around, I will wave to him as I approach.
Sure. So as you get up and there's maybe a bit of a creak, a bit of a groan as you start moving over, your feet making noise in the dirt and sand. You can pretty much see that all the fetids seem to have an acute-ish sound. Hearing, because their ears kind of twitch and move around. He looks over and sees you approaching, and as you wave, he doesn't wave back, but once you get up to him, he does give a small bow. You are ones that Elder let stay here, yes? Humans from Imperium.
Did he purr while he said that?
His tongue did make the noise, but you think that may have just been from the Imperium.
As I look at him, I can't help but think of the. I can't help but think of the noblewoman's cap.
You didn't finish with Nyoi. I can't even say it at the moment. Yeah.
Alright. This is slowly becoming more and more akin to that green text of the GM coming out as a furry.
No, he didn't say that, thankfully.
Kelly, bring the gun.
So I'll bring up that now that your elder trusts us to some degree and such, I was wondering if we could actually get some trading, especially as I've seen around the camp that a few people have access to a certain type of material that I've been looking for a little bit.
Yes,
What kind of
we
material?
have fabricated materials, but they are rare and hard to come by.
Not fabricated. Natural. As you're probably aware, we didn't arrive at the forest first. We were on the plains, where less helpful mineral and material grow. We're looking for something more akin to medicinal matter. Specific fungus. Shit, what the fuck's the other one? Herbs.
Keep going. He's going to sell you drugs.
That good kush.
I see that you spend time with Fox Clan.
Thankfully, my brain did correct it. But, okay.
I see that Thomas showed you too much, maybe. But yes, we have many medical herbs and spices. Is true.
My KFC joke has gone too far.
What KFC joke?
KFC is made with 12 original herbs and spices. I didn't know what the other word to use in looking for materials was, so I just said herbs and spices. I don't think you use spices in Medicaid.
Get rid of the
That's
smell.
why I said, you led with mushrooms, then herbs, then spices. Now it's like, dude, he's going to sell you drugs.
Forest provides many things for us to use. But what do you have fetids?
Right. So, I will produce my bag, and I will show that I have a few items. The first thing I'm going to show is more or less some of the beast hides, the horns, that kind of stuff. I doubt they're of much interest, but if he can actually get some worth out of them, because I have 2 herd beast horns and a full herd beast hide.
Okay. So for each of the items, so that's 3 items in total. They're all rare, raw material from wildlife. He will give you 1 parcel of medical herbs, or 1 parcel of poisonous herbs, per item. If you wish to roll, it's not haggle. It's commerce. Can you roll it 3 times, please?
All right, so that's 1 per item, basically.
Yes.
Flat.
Yes. Any bonuses you have from items would apply, but it will be a flat one from me because it's opposed.
I don't think I have any bonuses from items. Or no talents that apply to this, I don't think. Just double check real quick. I don't have like best quality clothes or any shit like that, so it's not gonna affect it anyway. Okay. Alright, I'll just do a 3 flat.
Okay, so for the
I did think I said horns and then
So yeah,
hide first.
it's
So we can
two
say-
horns, and a pelt. So
Yeah.
for the first horn, it seems to be unbroken. There's nothing wrong with it at all. So you argue the fact that, it could be used for decorative reasons or for drinking, this, that, and the other. And he kind of agrees, and he will give you. What's the difference? So you raise the first one up to 2, up by 2, so a total of 3 medical herbs, medical or poison. You can choose.
I'm gonna say I'll split it.
So 2, 2 and 1. So 2 medical, 1 poison.
Yeah.
Cool.
I want more medical over poison at the moment. You see.
Yep. Not a problem. As long as someone's keeping note of this, we're not going to come to the end and be like, sorry, what was it?
I am typing this in the chat.
Yeah, no worries. For the next one, you try and make the same argument. He disagrees. He actually looks at the horn again and sees that it's actually kind of broken. The tip's broken. There's a crack running down through it. So he sticks with his 1 for that. But with the pelt, you open it up. You show there's only minimal damage. It was done properly. He agrees that now on closer inspection it does seem nicer than he thought. He will give you, what is the difference here? So originally it was 1, but it has gone up by another 2.
Okay, so I'll go same again.
3.
2 medical, 1 poison.
Yep, sure. So that's 5 medical and 2 poison at the moment.
5 medical, 2 poison.
What was the first?
I thought it was 2 or 4. So it was 2 medicinal and 1 poison from the 2 horns.
Yep. So it's 3. Well, so it's 3 for the first one, then it's 1 for the first, and then it's 3 for the second.
Oh,
yeah, because it's
okay.
the difference. No. So it's the difference between his degrees and yours, and what his target is. So he rolled really well on the second roll, and he rolled averagely on the third. So yeah, that's why your 32 is not doing as well.
So the first horn I got 3 from it.
Yes. The second one.
Second horn I got 1.
Yeah. All
right, so that's 3 medical, 1 poison, and then for the pelt I'll do 2 medical and 1 poison as well.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
The other materials that they do have is they have a glue. They have a lot of food, like fruits and so on. Wood, of course. And they do have leather, but it's not herd beast. It's a different type of leather, which doesn't seem to be as nice.
Alright.
Now they do have some other components which aren't actually on the list, but Thomas has kind of told you. We do have this. They will trade if you have something worth trading.
Okay.
So also check party supplies. I had a look in there earlier just to check what was going on in there, and I do know there are a few other items in there that you could at least trade if you wanted more medical stuff.
There's 2 more horns in there as well.
Yep.
Lightwing leathers and talons as well. I doubt the talons are going to be there worth that much. At least for their size, if it's going by that. But no, even then.
Do they seem willing to sell us weapons and all armor?
You could ask, but you have to ask yourselves, what do you have to offer them that's worth weapons and armor? Because at the moment, you could offer them the skull, and Thomas would probably...
I don't have a skull.
Well,
I think the only one that actually has a skull is the
the survey skull.
The server skull. No,
and Thomas would say, that's a great deal. The community could really use it. He would have your back there in which terms, yeah, you could get some equipment from them. The problem with arms and armor from the Fetids, so whilst they do have really advanced equipment, most of it is in the fortress. They don't really like having it on hand so much. They'd rather just have a couple of people have really strong equipment and some guards that have really strong, and play down their power as much as possible. So they could trade you for some things, but you would definitely be getting a worse deal, because you're in a weaker position, basically, and you're not like in their fortress.
Do they have ploins?
Yes.
Should we try trading some more of those horns for ploins?
Could we grow ploins at the village?
It would take far too long for the tree to grow, because it is a tree.
We could we technically could rehome the tree or a tree if you want to go through that whole process. But
yeah, I mean there are ways.
I mean, sure, the tree is going to take some time to grow, but I don't know. Are they like plums in the way that they have a big?
Oh, yeah, they have a seed. Yeah, they have a seed. So as far as I'm aware, their fruit is more. They have lots of little seeds in them rather than one big one, from what I can remember. But my memory's getting a bit sketchy on the old ploin.
So they're not mentioned that often, so I don't blame you.
It's a rarity. So especially the insides of them and stuff. So you could have one ploin, take it, and get many different ploin trees from them. But it's the fact that they come from trees that it takes a few years for them to grow into
5-10 years for a small tree kind of thing, isn't it?
The forest, the trader can show you that they do have a number of them. They're not in a short supply of fruit. It's not just ploins that they have. They have a number of other different fruits, and wild vegetables.
Does it look like they have anything akin to alcohol or fermenter or anything else like that?
Not really. You don't see them drinking casually, unless it's they would have fruit drinks. They'd have water flavored with fruits and things like that. But actually, alcohol to drink, you don't see any of them, tipsy or anything like that.
Yeah, they don't strike me as the kind of community to day drink like the fucking degenerates.
I'll give it to you if someone quickly runs over to Thomas and asks, do you drink alcohol to get boozy? He'll tell you that no, not really.
So we could probably bring if we invest in a small amount and bring it as make it a luxury item, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, you could completely control the market in Izmir. Yeah, if that's what you're thinking, because they're not coming out this far.
Izmir and here, because both, because we provide the Izmir with the ploins. We trade the ploins. We traded for the ploins to acquire the ploins. We bring the ploins back to Izmir to make it all into alcohol. We take a portion of the alcohol to trade it for more ploins, and it's just that is an economic fucking self-sustaining nation or self-sustaining economy.
Yeah, sure. You could completely do that.
I feel like Getty has just understood his class. I'm happy.
I told you, I'm an ANCAP. I'm not getting taxed for this yet, so it's even better.
You're a rogue trader, and we're probably outside of the, Imperium, so you're not getting taxed anyway.
I know, that's what I mean.
You are technically out of character. You are in lucky space. So never eat shredded wheat. You are in the northern or the eastern quadrant, most eastern part of the Imperial frontier. You ain't getting taxed.
Well, we don't know that.
Bumfuck nowhere doesn't even come close to how far out you guys are.
Ah, yes. Is that the map?
So, was there anything else you wanted to? Because you want to trade. He'll essentially give you he'll give you 12 ploins for the horn.
12 for the horn.
Yeah.
We have 2 of them, so that could be 20, 24. Okay. 2 horns for 24 ploins. I can try and barter for both of them again.
Yeah.
How about that?
You certainly
2
can.
commerce checks. 3.6 and 2.4. So 3.4 and 4.
So,
sorry, 4.6 and 2. 3.4.
It's very close on the first roll. It's very close on the first roll. But you just have it. He got a 20. You got a 15. So he will give you another 6 on the first one. That's 18.
That is 18
for the first one.
All right.
For the next one, however, you again do show how good condition the horn is. He will give you an extra 12 for the second one.
All right. So a total of math 42 ploins. Hang on. Double check my math.
It was 18
Yes,
for the first
42
one.
points.
Yeah, that's right.
We need a bigger still.
I'll put that at a weight of 2 kilos.
All right.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Is the degenerate still here, or is it still AFK? I was going to say. Okay. So until Jim comes back, the degenerate is the pack mule.
Nodding in agreement.
All right.
Nodding in agreement.
We still have herd meat. I don't think we want to use that up yet. It's still salted and everything else, so it's still good for a couple of days. I still have, I think, a supply of meat that I'm gonna say some of us probably went off by now, even if it's salted. Yeah, I'll take a big.
We didn't spend that long here.
I've had this food for a while.
Degenerate, is
I'll
there
take,
anything you want to trade? Or although there's not that much. Yeah.
Jim is back.
Sorry, I just got back. I had to fix my internet. Do they have any armor?
Not for you, and to be so they work on a bartering system, no money. So if you have something worth armor, then by all means speak up. I personally only know of 1 item or 2 items that some of you have that's worth like trading it, them going, oh yeah, no, we'll give you armor for this.
I think I have 2 items that are really worth trading, but I want to find a good,
like your javelin, your shield, Kalindra.
I'm not even talking about the javelin. I'm talking about like some of the resources we've gathered.
I do have 9 aspirants.
Do you still have those skulls from the mutants?
I still have 3 of those. That's another thing that I want to check.
If you show them the aspirin, that's something different.
I'm going to be right back real quick.
So if you actually show them the aspirin, they would be willing to trade. Again, it's not a major item, but they would be willing to give you 2 medical or poison parcels for each aspirin.
For each aspirin?
Yeah, so what, you have 9, so they'd be willing to give you 18 parcels of either medical or poison plants.
Gotcha. I mean, technically speaking, if they give us more medical
You
plans,
can roll
we can make more
commerce.
aspirin and come back.
Oh yeah, by all means.
that-
That's already the group have already noticed this. By all means, you can do exactly that. It's entirely up to you. If you have commerce, you can roll commerce
want,
to try
I
and
could
increase it, or Heinrich.
I can step in for you to roll it.
I would prefer that because technically speaking, I don't have commerce.
So I'll bring up something like these aspirin, or not aspirin. I'll not say the name specifically, but this form of Medicaid drug and such is somewhat hard to come by. Surely it should be worth a little bit more than that. I'm sure you know yourselves, they're in limited supply.
How many are you trying to get rid of?
I have 9. I'm willing to trade all 9. Unless the group wants it or something.
I don't think we should trade all 9. Personally,
We can trade 5 then and have 4 still. To make it a round
Sure.
number.
I'm okay with that. Want to do 5? Everyone else all right with that?
I can live with that.
Sure.
5. Let me roll 5 times then.
Yep.
Oh, there's 100.
Holy shit! You are not going to believe what Nuffle has just done. You will not believe it. Okay, so with the first pill, he will go with just 1. Sorry, with 2. He's like, no,
Okay.
this pill doesn't look it. Don't ask questions with this bit. But this pill doesn't look right. I don't like the look of it. No. You get either 2 medical or 2 poison. Did you want to re-roll the 100?
Also, it's 5 rolls, no? Oh, you
That is 5.
Before. Sorry.
Yeah, that's 1.3. Yeah, so the first one's 1.3. It's not 100. So, yeah, I'll re-roll the 100. 2.6.
So the funny thing is, you rolled 100. I rolled a natural 1.
Fuck off.
Yep. Yep.
Alright.
Yep.
I should have saved that for the other one then, so yeah.
Because I just do
Alright,
mine.
so that is...
That's funny. So again, he doesn't really like the look of the pill, but he's willing to trade for it. So you get another 2, either medical or poison. With the next one, again, it's exactly the same. With the one after, however, for some reason, he's like, no, this one is much better condition, much fresher, much nicer. He will give you 4.
Okay.
Medical
and
or
I will
poison.
fee point the last one as well.
Sure.
Never mind, it got worse.
The last one he will not take.
It will not take.
Yeah, it's in the air. It's in the region for a critical failure, which is 97 and above. Or yeah, that one doesn't look right.
So there are 10.
There were 9 in total. 5 were sold, but 1 he's not taking.
Okay, so you get 1. So take 1 pill back, and we have 10 varied herbs or spices. So do you want poison or do you want medicinal?
Honestly, I think medicinal is worth more because we can trade that back. They won't be all that interested in poison.
Yeah, but we can actually use poison. That's the only thing. I'm sure Kalinder probably likes poison a little bit.
I am muted.
Yes.
Damn it. I said, just as a reminder, the Medicaid, can it make poison vials too?
Yes. Yes, it is capable.
I agree with you that the medicine is probably more useful, but we can use the poisons to, poison our weapons, for instance.
We could split it again, so 6-4, 6 medicine, 4 poison, or more in one direction, more in another direction, that kind of stuff.
I actually was thinking 7 medicine, 3 poisons, because we turn those 7 into more medicine, come back, trade more, and come back. Yeah, nice little trade route.
Yep. Okay.
Cool. Note it down.
Yep, I have.
So I am.
We own the means of production.
I'll just add 10 herbs.
Oh no, I've got everything here, so don't worry.
It's basically you are praying to the Archaeotech to continue making you profit. Love it. It's very 40k. How does it work? We don't know. We just feed shit into it, and it gives us profit.
Is that what the entirety of the mechanics do in some places?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Oh yeah. Right. So I'm gonna break out one of my 2 unique things that we haven't gathered in a while. So I have an Entellus musk gland of common quality. What would he trade that for?
He looks at it, gives it a sniff, pokes it a couple of times.
Squishy. I do a slight honk honk without actually saying honk honk. Maybe very, very quietly.
He scratches his head. He's like, He looks up at the sky. He checks the wind and He's like, what do you want for it?
I see. I've seen a lot of your wares, and I would like to know, as a fellow trader, I know that some of the nicer things are held a little tighter to the chest. If this is something nice, perhaps something a little stronger. I really am making it sound as if I'm looking for fucking drugs, aren't I?
Kind of. He's
Like,
size heavily.
Honey smack.
It not worth medicine. No, too difficult to procure. That's procure, isn't it? Procure? No, it's procure.
Yeah. No, it's procure.
Procure. No, I can't do it.
I think you just mixed procure and acquire.
I can.
Yes.
Procure. Oh,
it's a cat man who barely speaks Low Gothic. That's fine.
Damn it.
Perfect.
You can't do it. You can't do it with
procure is actually better.
Excellent.
And your mouth has to be the right position to get the perfect.
I can't rule. Damn it.
Don't
Alright, put the M60 away.
For the love of Christ, don't do that.
If you're smiling too much, it's difficult. So he looks at it. It's not worth medicine if that's what you're kind of after. But he's gestures to what he has on show here. He's like, it is worth more than what I have here. He's like, I can do you bulk good.
You could do. I kind of like Abby. You have your pistol, probably in your waistband or some shit, don't you?
I think I do. Oh, what's the Abby?
Yeah. So, can I gesture towards it and say perhaps something, ammunition if you have any spare. If not,
his eyes dart over to Thomas.
I motion to the varied array of weaponry that is on the battlements and the fucking las cannon on his roof, and it's not like you're hiding your weapons.
He squints.
I also point at the guy behind him who has fucking lightning claws. Which
And
I
some
will
kind
point
of
out
bionic in his eye.
I will point out that in the Imperium, those claws are worth probably thousands of people, just so you're aware.
So he kind of ums and ahs, and he'll give you 12 bullets for the gland.
I will try and commerce it, but that does sound acceptable. What do you think?
Sounds like a ripoff.
Well, how much? How
Does
many?
anyone apart from me actually use bullets?
No.
I don't.
No.
Yeah, you don't know with a solid projectile weapon.
I mean, I still have a clip of 8 bullets and 2 extra.
Well, you got a lot of spare bullets if you want to get this. It's up to you. It's for your gun. You haven't really used it that often, but you never know when you have to.
Well, I'm not sure if I just earlier gave away my last gun, and it's now, been used to repair Crays.
Wait, did Cray
No.
repair
No.
repair his or yours?
Cray's has been repaired. He needs an extra. If Cray had rolled really well, technically, if Cray had saved just one of the las guns, it could have gone over to yours. Thomas would have.
I have a spare las gun.
Oh, then
I can. Yeah, I can give my spare las gun over. That was needed.
Yeah,
I don't
then,
fucking
mean,
use my last gun. I
you
can't
can
use
have my
rifles.
last.
So
you can have
either,
my last gun because I can't use basic weapons. I can only use pistols.
I can't use them either. I can't use rifles. I'm a pistol guy and a melee guy.
So should I roll to fix it?
Yes, roll to fix it plus 20 on the test like last time. So you do need 4 salvage las guns to try this, just to make it clear. Okay, so
No, that door
Never mind.
rolls.
you have to use up 2. So the 2 that Thomas was going to provide, you don't end up using. As you know more about technology than he does, you actually open up some of the components and do some bits and close them and get them working again. So you have a fully working las gun. You could utilize. Well, hang on a minute. I'll need to look into the rogue trader rules for modifications. Technically, you can turn a las gun into a pistol. You just need to compact it and put a pistol grip on it. And it will become a pistol. I just need to check if rogue traders rules are the same as the other games.
So, with a repaired las gun, do you actually want the ammunition, or should I trade these for more medicinal herbs or ploins?
I was going to give the last gun to you.
I don't know. I have my spear. Thank you very much. If I get another pistol, I'll be happy. But
Well, this is currently looking to see if we can make it a pistol.
No, I'm just pointing out it can be if you do want to.
It can be. I think so long as we have the repaired las gun at the moment and it can be converted later on, we can get creative to do that. I think maybe we should just go for the probably more ploins or medicinal for now then, if we don't really need the extra ammo.
Like maybe 6 bullets and a few more points.
Okay, I'll ask about that. 6 bullets and some ploins.
So I could basically reload my clip.
Okay, so he will go with the 6 bullets, and he will go for 12 coins.
Okay. I will try and commerce it.
Sure.
But I'm mainly looking for ploins more so than ammunition, I think.
Oh.
17.
Okay, with a 17. So looking at it again, you mention about how odorous it is and how it's still kind of fresh and not too gooey. He will raise the ploins up to 48. And 6 bullets. He got an 80.
Okay. So 6 bullets.
6,
and 48?
Yes, 48 ploins.
Fucking hell, okay. We have 90 ploins.
So he rolled an 80.
Yeah.
I also rolled again for him to see if he knew what the fuck it was, and he does. He kind of does, kind of doesn't. They haven't seen one in a while, and it's like, okay, I know this can be used for something in the machine, but yeah. So
I'll hand that over. I get the 6 bullets and fucking 48 ploins.
You have basically cleared him out of his supply of ploins to trade for one day, but he plonks the brain gooey, musk gland into some oil or something. Puts it to one side.
Okay, I have one last thing. This is something I prefer to get evaluated before I talk about trading it.
Sure.
And that is the Sand Tiger Worm Skeleton.
Sure.
It is of scarce quality.
Yep. So he looks at it. He has no interest in it. Well, it's not no interest. So if it's scarce, it would probably be a level or 2 lower for him, because they can get them on world and they're not that valuable to them, unless you break them up as little trinkets to give away to the tribe, as small primitive jewelry pieces.
It's probably better off at Izmir as a hunting trophy.
Izmir, it would work, because it's something they've never seen before and something they'd be really happy to have, or they've only seen pieces, not one as complete as yours. Nobility, so the guys down south, if you were to ever meet them and trade with them and get on their good books, they would be more interested in it. Nobility off-world would be very interested in it. So it's also a something that, once you get off-world, you can come back and hunt for resources. But I have seen the time, so I'm guessing it's about,
I just saw that too.
About time we need to wrap up. So we'll end our another episode here in the Emperor's Sanctum with the fairy colony. I'm guessing our group are probably going to head back to Izmir next time, or at least back to their Archaeotech base. It's almost an evil lair. It will be at one point, I'm sure, to go and feed more stuff into the device. And we'll see how that goes for them, what kind of goodies come out. So,
all we need is to get the cloning base working and start cranking out our clone army. Krieg 2.0.
This is possible, which is also kind of terrifying. So hopefully you'll be with us in the future when this all happens. So take care, everyone, and as always, bye-bye for now.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye. See ya. How much XP do we get?